Hey everyone, this is Ian and welcome back to the Snip to It channel. Using a photo to fill text is a popular and easy way to create personal mementos. Today, I'm showing you 3 easy ways to do this right in Cricut Design Space. I'll walk you through different methods using slice, attach, or pattern fill step by step so you can choose the one that works best for your project. Let's get started. The first method I'm going to show you uses the slice function to cut text or shapes from photos. I'm starting with a blank Design Space canvas, and the first step is to upload a photo. Click Upload in the sidebar, then click the Upload Image button and you'll be prompted to drag and drop the image file into Design Space or browse your computer, and then you'll see a confirmation screen with your image on it. Click the Continue button, and Design Space will take you to the Background Remover tool. In this case, you definitely want to keep the background of the image, so you can just click the Apply button without making any changes to the photo. The next screen is going to ask you to select the image type you want to upload. This is only important if you were planning on converting the image to a cut file, but we're not doing that, so just select the flat graphic for print and cut, then click the Continue button. Finally, we're at the last screen of the upload process, and Design Space is going to ask you if you want to rename this image or tag it, or put it in a category of uploaded images. I'm just going to skip all of that and then select Upload. When the file is finished uploading, it will be placed directly on the blank canvas. The next step is adding text to the canvas. Click the text icon in the left-hand sidebar, and Design Space will add a block of sample text. I'm going to double-click the text block and type the word I want to cut out of the photo. Next, I'm going to change the font to something that fits the tone and style of the project. I like Cooper Black. It's a bold, chunky classic, and it's also available in Design Space. This slicing technique works not only with text, but with shapes and single-layer images as well. So, to make this design a little more interesting, I ungroup the text, delete the O from love, and replace it with a heart shape from the Design Space image library. I'm going to position this text over the image and make adjustments to the letter spacing to make sure everything important fits inside the letters. You can change the operation type for the text to guide, so you can position an outline of the text over the image and see exactly what's going to be included and excluded from the final result. You don't even have to change it back to cut before slicing. When you're finished resizing and adjusting, make sure you weld your text, shape, or image into a single layer. Once you've got your text ready and your image is the correct size, you're ready to use the Slice tool. Select the text layer and the photo layer and click the slice icon in the lower right-hand corner of the canvas. That's it. Design Space will cut this into 3 layers. The top layer is the original text layer and you can delete this. The bottom layer is the excluded portion of the photo layer and you can delete that too. The remaining layer is the portion of the image inside the text, and it turned out perfectly. To make this stand out even more, I'm going to add an offset to this layer and then flatten both layers before I send it to the printer. And that's the easiest way to fill text and shapes with a photo in Design Space. The next method I'm going to show you is useful if your starting image has a transparent background. For my example, I'm going to use a watercolor that I used to make an eclipse card for Mother's Day. If you try the slice method with an image that has a transparent background, you're going to be left with a result that has an irregular, incomplete outline. Instead, do this. Add a square or a rectangle to the canvas and arrange the layer behind your image. This will give your image the background it needs before you cut the text. So, select the shape and the image and click the flatten icon at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. This combines the image and backing shape into one print and cut object. Now we can add the text just like we did in the beginning of the video. Add a text block, change the font, and resize it over the image. When you've got it lined up perfectly, select both layers. You'll see that the Slice tool isn't available for this operation, so what's the alternative? Instead of slicing, I use the Attach function. Design Space will print the image, and when you put it on the mat to cut, it will cut the text layer out of the image as well. The key thing to remember is that the text layer has to be set as a basic cut. Design Space won't print this text layer, but it will include it in the printing cut. So if you've changed the text to guide, you will have to change it back to cut. Instead of cutting text or shapes out of a photo, you can also fill the text with a photo using pattern fill. This allows you to use the image in a lot of different ways, but it has its issues if what you want is one large image across the text. But I'll show you how to do it because it can be fun. So, first upload your photo. This time, instead of choosing Image, choose the Pattern Fill tab and click the Upload Pattern button. You will drag and drop or browse for the image, just like a regular image upload. Then click Upload. Instead of showing up on your canvas, the photo is now an option saved in your pattern library. So, type out your text. If you want each letter to show a repeating pattern, leave your text as is. If you want the pattern to extend across the whole word, then weld your text before you do the pattern fill. I'm going to show you how both of these methods will turn out. Change the operation for your text to print then cut. I'm going to show you the unwelded text first. Go to the color selector and from the pull-down menu where it says Print Type, select the option that says Pattern. Click on the photo you want, and then click Edit Pattern. From here, the most important thing to do is scale the image. You can fill your text with a large image, or you can scale it down and fill your text with a pattern of multiples of the photo. Pattern fill works best when you want a repeating pattern and not a single image. I'll show you how badly pattern fill works for filling text with a single large image using the welded example. So, I select Pattern from the color selector, then choose my photo and edit Pattern. If you want to adjust the placement of the photo in your lettering, you'll have to adjust it within the Edit Pattern Fill tool by changing the horizontal, vertical, and rotation measurements rather than just clicking and dragging on the canvas. I have yet to be able to actually fill a whole word with one image, and it never shows up on the canvas the way it looks in the preview. But if you have a single shape you want to fill, that will work better. See how easy it is to fill this heart with the size of image I want. So, if you want a fun photo pattern or just have one shape to fill, pattern fill can work well. Once you adjust the pattern the way you want, it's ready to print and cut. And that's it. Now you know 3 different ways to fill text or shapes with an image in Cricut Design Space, using Slice, Attach, and Pattern Fill. I hope this helps you create some beautiful keepsakes. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more Cricut tips and tutorials. Thanks for watching, and happy crafting!